Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Tennessee Valley This Morning. My name is Tracy Wright and I'm joined by my co-host, Tommy Wright.
Lovely co-host.
The handsome co-host.
Thank you.
Remember, that's we just
Handsome,
agreed on
that's
handsome.
Right. Handsome co-host.
And we also have another handsome gentleman joining us this morning on this wonderful Memorial Day. We have Mr. Rick Creasy. Rick, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
We're so glad you could come, and you came all the way from the campus of Cleveland State Community College, although I guess you all are closed today for the holiday.
We are.
Thanks for getting up. Thanks for getting up.
Right.
I know you're a morning person. Do you have your sweet tea?
I have my sweet tea every morning, usually McDonald's.
Yes.
That's the best.
Good, healthy stuff to get you going.
That's right. That's right.
But Rick serves Cleveland State Community College as Director of Workforce Development, and obviously Tommy and I work there as well. And I've been really excited since your arrival to hear about some of the new things going on, and we thought it would be great for you to come and share, because I think things are heating up and moving in full force over in the area of workforce development.
We are, Tracy. It's really exciting to feel like you're making a difference. And I think as I came into this position, I really started trying to learn as much as I could about the workforce. And I guess the first thing that I found out was that really our workforce, our employees, job seekers, students, they're not completely aligned with what the manufacturers, what the employers are looking for. And so my role is to work with the employers. I work with them, collaborate with them to figure out, okay, well, what are the gaps? What are the skill gaps? And then I come back to the college and we work with the faculty and staff, particularly the technology department, to develop solutions. And so that's what I've been doing so far.
Wonderful.
So is there a solution that stands above some of the others? What are some of the steps we've taken to this point?
Well, I think there are some solutions that are better than others. I think as soon as I got here, we went and traveled to Memphis, Southwest Community College, to see what they were doing. We'd heard some good things about their model, and they were using these hands-on assessment machines. For example, a mechanical assessment. And they were helping employers find qualified people to do the work. They combined this with kind of a boot camp of some soft skill classes, maybe some refresher courses on applied math, that type of program, to help the employer identify the most qualified people. Long story short, we got involved with the manufacturer. This was Scientific Management Techniques. It's the company that we partnered with. The college here made a significant investment, thanks largely to our foundation supporters. And we purchased not only the mechanical, but an electrical assessment and what is called PLC, or Programmable Logic Control Assessment. And along with that, we purchased some curriculum that goes along with the assessment. So I think the hands-on assessment, I think, is a better solution. It really gives the employer or the assessor a very good idea of what the skill gaps are, and then, of course, we develop the courses and curriculum that will close those gaps.
So what are you hearing from some of our local employers about the equipment and potential for use within their companies?
They've been very impressed with it. I know Denise Rice is one of the plant managers at Cormatech. She's been extremely supportive, and we're looking forward to doing more work with them. Actually, in Chattanooga, we've been doing some work with Columbus McKinnon, and all the employers that I've demonstrated this assessment program with, there's just no objections. I mean, training, sometimes you kind of have to, sometimes it's difficult, I guess, to take people offline long enough to really go through some training, but the employers in this area have been very positive and very supportive about what we're trying to do.
Wonderful.
So are there, so an employer comes to you and they say, we want you to do some assessments for us, and what did they get in return? What does it look like? What does it feel like?
Well, once we conduct the assessment, they get a score sheet for that individual. And the score sheet is really a good tool. It not only shows their score, but it also gives them a path of study that they can now improve. The employer, we don't have to just throw a lot of stuff at them and hope that that's the solution. But by looking at the score and the assessment, it actually points to a specific course that, again, we purchased along with this assessment package. And so it's very flexible. We actually can go on site to the employer and conduct the training there, or they can come here. It's very flexible. It also, this is non-credit at this point, but it doesn't have to be a semester long, for example. I mean, if we look at the scores, we work with the employer, we could actually do a lot of training within like a 20 or 40 hour period. Again, flexible. We can even do that on shift, at shift work. Actually, one of our customers in Chattanooga, we were there at night doing some training, doing some assessments. And in addition to that, what we're really excited about is doing some more consulting. For example, our lead instructor at the technology department he will visit on site, observe the employee, and make recommendations. So it's all about increasing productivity. It's about closing this skill gap that exists, and I think it's really helping Cleveland State to lead the way in aligning our education, our programming, our students with where the jobs are and the jobs that are available. And that's interesting too. I think there are jobs available. I know that we talk about the unemployment rate, and I guess if you're unemployed, it's certainly not good for you. But I think I encourage maybe mostly parents or grandparents may be watching, but encourage your children, your grandchildren, if they are looking for work, they may need retraining, and obviously we want to help fill that skills gap with our training and assessment program.
I was at a meeting recently, and we had representatives from our Chamber of Commerce there, and they were talking about, our businesses talking about the fact that they have positions available, but a lot of our youth in particular, as they're coming up, have this new mindset that certain types of positions and jobs, whether it's working in a factory or as an electrician or a plumber, are positions that they aren't wanting to consider. And so they are struggling in some cases to fill them. And, they were saying it's not your grandpa's factory anymore. Right. It would probably be worthwhile for some of our younger people to go and visit and take a tour just to see how much companies have changed. It's not the same if you're working on an assembly line or a factory. It's not the same that it used to be years and years ago.
You're absolutely right, Tracy. I mean, that was another observation that really struck me. I went through the Volkswagen plant. I mean, it's immaculately clean. It's not.
That. I've not been fortunate enough to go, but that's what everybody has said.
It's clean. It's really like a scene out of Star Wars. You won't need your oil can or your oil rag there or your screwdriver. You're probably going to need to know how to manage a computer. You're probably going to need to know how to understand computer language. So it's very different than it used to be. There are some good jobs out there, and I think we've tried in so many ways to kind of pack everyone down this one pathway to a 4-year degree. And what we're finding out is that's not the case anymore. And certainly a good place to start might be, for a number of reasons, financially, but is to come out of high school, get into a 2-year program, perhaps take a job that you're skilled to do out of high school. If you've come through the technical program. And that way even employers can help pay for the rest of your education.
Which is a very smart plan.
Absolutely. And I think we need to get away from trying to shove everybody down this one pathway. There's a lot of different pathways. And again, there are jobs available out there. And I think we have to relook at it. And, you know, there are myths that we have about it. And I think we need to be more informed about how advanced manufacturing has changed.
So you mentioned the CTE programs at the high school level, the career technical education programs. How would this program maybe work into the high school level?
Well, excellent question, and that's something that we want to pursue even more. I'm talking with the CTE instructors right now at Cleveland High as well as Bradley County to see exactly how can we cooperate more. Again, what if that CTE student in their senior year, what if that spring or that last semester was spent part-time on campus here working with some of the equipment that maybe the high schools don't have. So there's a lot of ways we can maximize, you know, what we're doing.
And this equipment that we have, you know, I know this because we work together, but this is just not any equipment. As you said, it was a sizable contribution and a sizable investment, but it's scientifically validated and never been defeated in a court of law for hiring decisions. So very valuable equipment.
Right, and what we're saying is that this method of assessment has a lot of data behind it, and it's very predictive. I know that if I score X on my score, that can be related and is correlated with job performance. And you're right, the company stands behind this data. It's gender neutral. If you have the skills, aptitude, for example, on the mechanical, anyone can do well on it. But where there are gaps, like I said, then we provide the training necessary to improve those skills.
Now, down the road, it sounds like right now you're focusing on how this equipment and these assessments can really benefit companies who are looking to hire individuals. Do you see at some point maybe shifting and having some type of services that are available to those who might be unemployed at this moment or underemployed and seeking opportunities for advancement? You have some things in the works for that
population?
Yeah,
absolutely. And again, I think that's so important. I think, you know, when we think about those that are currently unemployed, maybe they've been unemployed for many months, you're probably going to need to be retrained in some area. Things have changed. Things are much more computerized. Technology has really, it's moving fast forward at a rapid pace. So we have to step back sometimes and realize even people with a 4-year degree that may be unemployed, this job market is probably, you're going to have to assess, and you may find that you're going to need to be retrained in a particular technical field or technical skill. One of the things that we are doing as well, you mentioned the schools, actually Cleveland State will have its first STEM Academy, the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math boot camp or summer camp beginning July the 8th. Again, I don't know how much your audience is familiar with this, but Lego's Mindstorm is a system. Your children will know about it. You can ask them. Lego Mindstorm is a very popular, very scientific program. They actually build robots. They program robots. And we're going to have our first STEM Academy here beginning July the 8th. This first one will be for those 6th graders moving into 7th. So the middle schoolers there. Again, the strategy here is to reach these students early. Let's see if they're interested in this type of training. Again, it's part of that effort to stop pushing everyone down the same corridor. You know, let's look and develop some new ways to look at this. And robotics run by computers is a very very top idea right now, and it really piques the interest of this age group.
So the cost for this camp this summer
It's
this
$25. Again, we just want to make sure that we start collaborating more with our schools and our community in this particular area of science, technology, engineering, and math.
And if you're tied up this summer, we anticipate we're going to do something similar, I
This
guess?
was the first time, and we kind of wanted to take a smaller chunk at first, but our plan, actually I was working with Tracy today to look at when we can do this again in the fall. For example, when the schools are on their fall break, during their spring break, and next summer. And I think we want to hit other age groups, and we really want to make Cleveland State known as a place where students can sharpen and hone their skills in technology and computers.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great camp, and the date again is July 8th.
It's the week of July the 8th.
And so that full week, and it's from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m.?
Yes.
And any meals or anything
Actually,
provided?
lunch will be provided.
Wonderful. So
All
that's
for
a
the
great,
$25,
for $25. Now I know some of you parents are still scratching your heads trying to figure out a game plan for the kids now that you've had, I guess, not even a full week
Just
yet.
a couple of days.
A couple of days with the kids been home. You're already trying to say, what am I going to do with this child? And so this is a wonderful opportunity, and boy, for $25, you can't beat that.
Right. It's a great opportunity. Like I said, we want to expand it. I know my boss, Dr. Wright, has challenged us. He would love to see 100 kids here. Now, we won't be able to do that this time, but I think follow us on our website, on the Cleveland State website. We will be putting these future dates on the website, and we'd like to get these students involved in science and technology.
Those are the growing fields, and when you
Absolutely.
look at the projections, that's where everything's showing. Those are the high volume places that we need to be working in.
I didn't think about it, but off the cuff, we probably have some homeschoolers that are out there in the 6th grade going to the 7th grade that may want to contact us as well. We've hit the appropriate middle schools, but if we have
Right.
those in the homeschooling system, they could contact us as well.
Absolutely.
And Rick, why don't we tell the viewers how to reach you if they need more information about any of the things that you've shared with us today?
Sure. Probably the best way is to email me. My email is rcreasy@clevelandstatecc.edu.
And you see Creasy there on the screen. It's CREASY. So CR, what easy on the end at
Right.
clevelandstatecc.edu. We have the longest email stream in the world, I think. But please contact Rick if you have a desire to learn more. You might be a business owner, because this is Memorial Day, and you're probably sitting home in your pajamas enjoying the day off, drinking that cup of coffee or sweet tea, as somebody else on stage does. But and just thinking about, wow, after listening to Rick's presentation and conversation with us this morning, that those assessments might be something that will work for your business or company. So contact Rick about that, or you might be that parent or grandparent or aunt or uncle trying to figure out what you're going to do with the kids now that they're out of school. So lots of wonderful things you've got going on. And like I said earlier, there's just a sense of excitement I sense on campus about the changes and new direction and some of the new opportunities that we're affording our community.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks, Rick, for coming.
We
Thanks for
really
sharing all this.
appreciate
with
it.
us.
Enjoyed it.
On a holiday, and look, he got up, put his tie on. Tommy didn't put a tie on
Forget
today.
that.
Rick,
Not
you're the
today.
man. Now go get on the grill, and we'll.
That's right.
We'll be over in a
Can we
little
come
while.
over, tip our toes in your pool?
My big green egg.
Viewers, you stay tuned. We've got a special treat for you in our next 2 segments. A young woman who's all the way from Italy, and she's going to talk to us about why she's here in the United States of America. So don't turn that down, and it would be great for you to get your kids up. I know most of them are probably still in bed, but get them up because they'll want to hear this incredible young lady's story. Stay tuned.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now, Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Good morning and welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning on this gorgeous Memorial Day. We're so glad you woke up and decided to tune in to
Kyle
us today.
Motors, 802 20.
You will notice that we have now been joined by a new guest. She's someone who is incredibly special to Tommy and myself. It's Miss Anna Ginestri. And as I said before the break, she's all the way from Italy. And I'm going to mess up on her actual hometown.
Cremona.
Cremona is close. That's
right.
where her high school is. Come on, Tommy.
I'm getting it
You've
together.
known the child for a whole year.
What's her name again? No.
Matilda.
all right.
Matilda. But Anna
Spinadesco.
Spinadesco. You see, okay, she usually laughs when I try my Italian. I'm
nice. I never laugh at you.
Yeah, right. But Anna came to the United States of America as a part of the Rotary Youth Exchange Program, and she arrived on July the 25th, a day we remember quite vividly because...
Not the 25th.
What was it?
The
Oh, that's her
20th.
birthday, the 20th.
When is my
22nd.
birthday? The 24th.
I'm
She
just
came on the
messing it
22nd,
all up.
I
Okay,
came
we
on the
really do
20th.
know Anna Ginestri. I'm going to get it together here in a minute. But July the 20th was when she got here, and we were the first host families for her as a part of the Rotary Youth Program. How many families have you had to stay with?
I stayed with 3 different families for 4 months in each of them. You were my first one. So now
were.
I'm staying with my third one. Yeah.
And how's that been? Because that's in and of itself for a lot of us just thinking about growing up and having our biological family that we have to live with. For some of us, that's more than a struggle. So how's it been having 3 different host families in addition to your biological?
It has been hard. A lot of groups that organize this kind of exchange usually
put the students in only one family through the whole year, but Rotary decides to make the students go in three different families, so we can see the differences of the life of the place where we are staying. So I got to know 3 different style of lives of American people. They're completely different from one another. So it's been hard because you get really close to one family and you get used to their habits, and then you change and it's completely different. You have to learn again.
Start all over.
Yeah, everything is completely different, but it has been good. I think that it's better to change and see different kind of lives.
And that's so interesting because I can remember October as we were getting close. November, we had some conversations like, this is just crazy, this is just crazy. But now on the backside, it sounds like you understand and can see why.
I really see why Rotary decides to do. I was talking about that yesterday with my third host mom, and she said the same. She said, I would prefer to have a student for the whole year because I get really close to him or her, and I don't want him go away and stay with him only for a few months. But I can see that he has the opportunity to learn more about our lives and the different people that live here, so it has been really good.
So when you first came, or you knew you were going to come to the U.S., what were a couple of the things you were most worried about?
Well, the language, because I was terrible. I could not understand a lot what you were saying because people were talking so fast, and I didn't know a lot of vocabularies. But that at the end, with the months, I got better. So that problem was not anymore a problem. And then I was worried a little bit about school because getting to know, like, make new friends. All the people here, or the students here, they have already their own life and things like that. So arrive and be the new one and say, hey, I want to be your friend. So now you just need to start and hang out with me. And that doesn't work. So I was really worried. I said, how can I get to know new people and try to, I don't know, make friends? I was really worried about that. But at the end, everything worked out good. So
good.
My worries were none.
Good. So you got to play basketball this year.
I played basketball with the Lady Raiders, Blue Raiders, girl. Yeah. And it has been a good experience. Coach Mindy Kaiser, the basketball coach of the girls at Cleveland High School, she's been great. And the team, they really welcomed me and they accepted me through the season. It has been hard. They have so many practices and games. Sometimes practice in the morning, you know.
Yes, I do.
You know. So it's really different from where I come from. In Italy, we have 3 or 4 practices a week, and plus the games during the weekend. But it's not so competitive, and it's not so hard like here. Here it's a really big deal, basketball. I didn't know that. I said, I want to play because I like it, but whew.
And Anna, you had played for your team back in Italy, and you have a very special nickname.
Yeah, my nickname is Zecca. That means thick because, well, it's not really good, but anyway, because when I'm good in defense, kind of. So they said I'm like a thick, and I don't leave people alone.
Like a tick. So
yeah.
We saw that. We were lucky enough to go to many of the games, and we would agree that you definitely play good defense and stay on people, so
good.
Very good.
Now, it seems like, though, the workouts here, too, that were required as a part of your practice was something very different than
They were really
what
long,
takes place.
2 hours and a half. Sometimes we have 2 hours. But like, girls are really, really competitive here. They want to play. They don't want to miss anything. And you have to work hard for being the game. So if you want to play, you better do and give whatever you have and just try your best. And if you do enough, you can play. So I try, and it has been good. So.
Yeah, you had some good playing time. I think Coach Kaiser was pleased with your work ethic and your skill set.
She's been great with me.
She was.
So in our family, you got to do some things maybe that you said you hadn't done before, so we could kind of talk about that for a minute. What are some things that you did with our family?
Well, my little sister, Janae, that is their daughter, she taught me how to ride horses. I've never done that before. We have horses, really, obviously, but it's not so common to go and ride, so I've never done it before. But they have 2 horses, so I went there, and she loves them. She loves horses, so she taught me how to do it with Tommy, and it has been fun. I loved it. I was a little bit scared at the beginning, but then I started to go a little bit by myself, and I cannot wait to go next time.
You got the hang of it. And with going back to school, what were some other things that are different with schools here in the USA compared with schools in Italy?
School system is completely different. In Italy, we have 13 years of school, going through elementary school, middle school, and high school. And the basics is like the students stay always in the same class with the same freehands, same kind of classmates through the years. So in elementary school, I stayed 5 years always with the same classmates. In middle school, I stayed 3 years with always the same classmates. And in high school, the same, for 5 years, always the same classmates. And we are always in the same class. The teacher goes around, so they change, and
That's
they come
a
to.
big difference.
It's really boring. I didn't like it. Here in America, students, the teacher always stay in the same class. The students go around. They have their lockers, so they can leave their things at home. Things that I cannot do. I have every day to carry my book back and forward and things like that. It's very heavy too for my back, so they go around. They can see their free hands, and every year they change free hands and things. It's good because they get to know almost everybody in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Things that we don't do. I know just the people in my class and someone maybe from the years before, but not so much. So.
Well, Anna, we're going to take a commercial break, but I'm excited that we're going to get to continue this conversation when we return.
Okay.
So viewers out there, don't go away. Grab another cup of coffee or some hot tea or hot chocolate and come right back to Tennessee Valley This Morning.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Well, welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning. I'm Tracy Wright, joined by my handsome co-host, Tommy Wright, and joined by the beautiful, intelligent, and marvelous Miss Anna Ginestri, who is a member of the Rotary Youth Exchange Program. She hails from Spinodestro.
All right.
Close.
She's going to let me have it. Italy, which is close to Cremona, where they make the beautiful Strassenberg.
Stradivarius.
Okay, I'm messing that up too. Violins, and just the most beautiful instrument. If you ever go to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., the one for American or U.S. for history, you'll see some of the most beautiful violins from Cremona.
Oh, yeah.
And cellos. I think they had some cellos too, didn't they?
I don't remember. Yeah,
I think so. But anyways, Anna's here today talking because she's on the tail end. But I won't talk too much about that because I'll start crying of her visit here to the USA. And having arrived on July 20th, I got it right this time, and she'll return home on July the 8th, and her parents are ready for her to get back, and her family's ready for her to return, but we're not ready for her to go. But we did have the privilege because your parents were able to come.
Yeah, they came here in for Easter at the end of March. So they stayed here 2 weeks. They came visit me after 8 months that I did not see them. So it's been good. We went traveling, and they got to know my trio's families, and they loved all of them. So they really enjoyed their stay. We went to Florida, and we traveled to Jacksonville and Savannah and St. Augustine. So we went to the beach, and then we had to see some of the historical parts, and it has been good. They really liked it. They enjoyed it.
It was a special treat for us to have the opportunity to meet your parents. I really felt a personal connection with your mom and your dad. Your dad,
She
they're
couldn't
both
wait
great.
to see you.
They're just both great people, but it was really a special thing for, I think, all of us as your host parents to have that chance to meet them and
We're
the
already
people
looking-
responsible for you.
We're already looking forward to going to Italy
Yeah.
to see them again. So.
You're sure welcome.
Yeah. So you got to travel some this year.
I traveled a lot.
What all did you do?
Oh, well, I went with my first host family in Washington, D.C. A few months after I got here. And then I went to Alabama for a few days with my third host family for Christmas. And I got to go in March, the beginning of March, to an Eastern trip. That is a trip organized by Rotary. And they take a group of exchange students, we were 82, to the East Coast, the east part of the United States. And we went to see Washington, D.C., New York, Boston, and Gettysburg for 10 days.
Wow.
So it has been a fun time. I met so many people, and it has been so fun, and it has been great. I was crying when we had to go back because I don't want to go back home. I met so many people here. I got to make new friends, so I said, I don't want to go. But anyway, I'm looking forward for the next trip. That is tomorrow. I'm leaving for a cruise to the Bahamas with my second family. And one of my exchange student friends, she will come with me. She's from Belgium. And in June, I will go to the Western trip, organized always by Rotary. And I will stay away for 2 weeks, and we will go to California and Arizona, and we will travel in that part. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to go.
So you're seeing a nice spectrum of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Have there been things that have shocked you that you've seen that maybe look different or weren't quite what you expected based on things you have seen or read?
Well, the cities that I saw, that I've been to, they all look like I was thinking about them because from movies I already knew how they were going to be. But the city where I'm living now, Cleveland, surprises me a lot. I was not expecting something like that. I mean, I was thinking more like New York, the Big Apple, or something big. I said, it's America, everything is big with tall buildings. And then I came here, and well, it was it was different. But it's a small town, but I really enjoy it, and now I'm glad that I've been sent here because it has been a neat place to live in. When I got to know a lot of people, and so it's good. I'm happy that I was not in a big city. It was going to be too busy there, I think.
And it looks like you have become a proud Tennessean, wearing your
I am a
Tennessee
proud
shirt.
Tennessean. Oh yes. Everything that I see with Tennessee, I say, oh, that's mine.
So one of the things that we've been able to watch is some of the high school events that your only reference in the past was through movies about high schools in America. Are there a couple of things that you experienced this year that stand out?
I experienced, I remember my first football games here. We don't have football, so I went to a football games at Cleveland High School, and it was crowded and it was loud. It was completely loud. I was in the student section, and the girls, we were all dressed up, and all the students were screaming and cheering for the team. It has been really fun. And then I had to go to prom. We don't have prom. We have some parties with the school, but they're not such a big deal. Here, there is prom. Who was talking about it in the movies? I say, oh man, I would like to be part of one of them. No, yeah, I came here, and so I got to dress up, and it has been fun. I went with my friends. It was good. And at the end, a few weeks ago, I got to graduate, and we don't have graduation neither in Italy. We just take a big exam at the end of our 5th year of high school, and they tell us if we passed or not, and that's it. It's done. But here, you got all this ceremony with the tunic and the gown and the cap and the certificate. It has been fun. I enjoy it. It has been really good with all those students and all the people there for us, seeing us. It has been fun. I really like them.
It's neat.
Now, is there one particular moment out of all the experiences and moments that you've had since coming here that really, really stands out?
Oh, that's a tough one. Okay.
I know. I would ask that one, wouldn't I?
Let me think about
maybe
it.
top 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 things.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed my birthday here. 4 days after I came here, on the 24th was my birthday, and I didn't know anybody, and I was here only since 4 days, but my first family, they put on a nice family dinner, and so we had dinner all together. My host mom, Tracy, she made for me a wonderful, delicious chocolate cake that I love. And then they got presents for me. I didn't expect all of that. And in the morning when I woke up, there were balloons everywhere in the house and colorful things all over with Italian colors, the flag colors, red, white, and green. And I was so happy. I didn't expect it. So it has been great. Even if I was there only since 4 days, and it was really good. And then other things, well, I don't know. I think
You've been very fortunate to have a lot of special memories, haven't you?
So
Yeah,
in
there's
some
so
of the
many.
warmer weather, you've been able, recently I heard that you were really sore because you went to the lake and went on the wakeboards, knee boards.
Yeah,
So-
I've been enjoying my summer vacation. So, and the school it's over, and I got to go a few days, and a couple of days to the lake with my friends, and I didn't think a lot about, hey, it's a lot of months that you don't do any kind of activity, so slow down. No, I just wanted to play, and I went on the tube and kneeboarding, and yeah, I cannot feel my arms anymore, but it was worth it, so it was fun, it was okay.
Now, I think you have a really special best friend that you have formed, friendship you formed since being here.
Yeah, there is a girl, she's an exchange student too, and she went to Cleveland High School with me. Her name is Ramona, and we met at school I didn't know that she was going to be there too. She's not with Rotary, she's with EF, and we got really close, and we have a lot of things in common, and I've enjoyed to meeting her, and I really don't know where will I be without her now. We do everything together. We went to homecoming, we went to football games, we went to prom, graduation, to the lake. She comes every time she can, and we spend the night to each other's houses, and I really enjoyed her. And we will see each other again when once we go back. We are neighbors, so she's in Switzerland, I'm in Italy, and we live close to each other. We will see each other again.
Really nice. And tell them some of the commonalities that you have.
It's really funny because it makes me laugh. Our families are like the same. I have a twin brother and an older sister, and Ramona has a twin brother and an older sister. And that's when we were talking the first time, say, "What, do you have siblings?" "Yeah, I have a twin brother." "Me too." And we start talking, and we had so many things in common that was almost scary. Say, okay, that's kind of scary, but oh, it's really fun. So we want our family to meet each other too, because we said if we get along so much, I bet that our parents and our siblings they will really enjoy their company. So
now, Anna, how many languages do you speak?
I speak English, French, and I started this year a little bit of Spanish. I tried. It's not so hard because it's so similar to Italian. So.
And you know some Latin.
Well, Latin. Let's talk about it. Janae is better than me in Latin. I don't like Latin. They made me study it because it's mandatory in my school, but I'm terrible. No. Don't talk about it. But I love the other languages. I want to get to learn more Spanish because I think that it will help me with work and school, college, and so I want to keep going with my languages. I really like them. I enjoy to knew them, to get to learn them. It's really fun.
So one of the things in Italy, colleges are a little bit different than maybe in the U.S.
And Tommy, if you don't mind, we're going to put a bookmark on that. That's going to be our first question when we come back from this commercial break. Because it's Memorial Day, and I know some of you are ready for another cup of juice. So grab you a new cup of juice or coffee and stay tuned.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Good morning and welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning. We're in our final segment. I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Tracy, and by our lovely exchange student, Anna Genestri. So right before we went to break, and before I was so rudely, no, just joking, interrupted, I asked a question of Anna about colleges in Italy. So what were you going to tell us about colleges?
The colleges are different from here. You have campus where you can go and do whatever you want to almost. But we have colleges and university that are only specialized in certain kind of things. We have a university only for medical, if you want to become a doctor, and we have a university where you can learn languages, a university where you can do art or cinema or whatever. So they are specialized only in one subject, and you just have to pick one, and once you pick that one, you just do you're just on one kind of area. And it's really hard to get in. I was thinking to be maybe a doctor in the future, but to get in the medical school, it's so hard. You have to take so many tests and exams, and I don't know if I will make it. I will try. I will try, but the problem is that there are so many people that want to try, and there are not enough places for each of us. So I'll try maybe, and I will see.
You should, Anna. After knowing you and knowing how you study and your work ethics and your level of care for people, that would be a great profession for you to explore.
I would think about it. I will let you know.
I know, you better stay in touch.
And we have plenty of medical schools in the U.S.
Well,
and so you can come back here.
I will think about it. I miss my family, so I want to stay also home maybe.
Skype.
Okay, yeah, but Skype, I cannot touch them, I cannot hug them, you know.
So has technology made the year a little bit easier?
It has been much easier. I don't know, without internet or telephones, like now that you can have apps where you can just text whenever you want to without paying anything. I don't know how I would have done without them, because I text my mom every day. She sends me messages in the morning when I wake up, and then at night before she goes to bed. Good night, good morning, tell me what happened and things like that. Or in the weekend, whenever I can, hey, let's talk on Skype. Let's see each other on Skype. So it has been good. I would have been so homesick without seeing them for almost a year that no, I could have not done it probably. So it has been easier a lot, much easier.
Good.
Very good. Now for the remaining time, it sounds like you're pretty packed with travels.
I'm completely packed. I have only 4 days of free, no, not 3 days, where I don't have anything to do because with the cruise and the Western trip, and then I'm going to the beach at the beginning of June, and all the exchange students from my district, Rotary District, will come here for a couple of days, 2 or 4 days, I don't remember, and they will stay here, and we will go to the lake, so we will be packed there too. For the 4th of July, all my the family from my third family, they're there. I don't know, cousins and aunts and uncles will come over, so we will be for 4 or 5 days all together. I will not have time, but I'm going one day on the horses with you and Janae.
Very good. We're looking forward to it. Now, are there any experiences when you think about all that you still have on your calendar to get done and all that you have already done? Are there any things that you wish you would have had the chance to do while you've been here this year?
There is a thing that I really wanted to do, but with the time, there was no time for doing, and there were other plans. I wanted to go see an NBA game. Yeah. But with Tommy, we thought about that, but then the schedule had basketball and school. There was never a day that was available, so we didn't go. But I've been to a concert while I was here. I went to Maroon 5 concert that is my favorite band, and I loved it. Ramona came with me, and I had fun.
Good.
And for the rest, I've seen everything almost. So
Yeah.
it has been good. I see also the places here in the area. I've been to Rock City, Ruby Falls, and other places here close. So
Are there a couple of foods that you had never had before, but now you may say, I want to continue to have those?
well, frog legs. no.
So I always told her when we were going to eat, almost when we picked her up at the airport, what were we going to have for dinner? And I said frog legs. And now
Every time.
I routinely say we're going to have frog legs. So we haven't had frog legs, but what are some foods?
Well, some foods, you have a lot of fast food here that I was not used to, and now I can seem fat. But anyway, particular food that is really different, you eat a lot of chicken. I don't know if when I go back home I can eat chicken in the next few months. I don't know if I will do it. I really don't know. For the rest, it was everything okay. You
had donuts while you were here.
Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot about that. I don't have since a long time, so that's why I didn't remember. Oh, donuts are great. They're my favorite. They're so good. They have so many calories, but okay.
Don't think about
they're
it. Just
worth
eat
it.
'em.
They're worth it. With the chocolate glass on them. They're so good. I could have them every day.
Yes.
But I'm not going to. I'm not.
Now, Anna, we just have a few minutes left, and I'm wondering would you encourage students, teenagers from the United States of America to have an exchange experience?
Absolutely. I think that it's a great opportunity for everybody. I think that the student should really think about it, because it doesn't only give you the opportunity to learn a new language, but you see really a new world, and you get to learn a new culture and how people in the different parts of the world live their lives, that you think, oh, everybody does that like I do, everybody do that. No, it's completely different. It's really almost another world from where I live, or where everybody lives. So they really should go and see the different school system and kind of work that you can do in different places, and I think that everybody should do it. It's a great opportunity, and you will not regret it.
So we encourage all of you to think about those opportunities, and you can contact Tommy or myself to help you get connected through programs that would help make that a reality. So we thank you again for joining us on this Memorial Day morning, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month on our opportunity, but make sure you tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's edition of Tennessee Valley This Morning.